Franklin McCain sitting at a lunch counter in Woolworth's store and an unnamed white woman walking away from the seat next to him in disgust, refusing to sit there. About 3 months ago, on February 1st, 1960, Franklin McCain, David Richmond, Ezell Blair Jr., and Joseph McNeil, 4 students from the Agricultural and Technical College, refused to move from Woolworth store's all-white lunch counter in Greensboro, North Carolina. Today I'm going to be interviewing Franklin McCain and getting his perspective on everything that has happened since that day. How are you today, sir?
I'm fine, thank you for asking.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was born in Union County, North Carolina, in 1942, and raised in Washington, D.C. I graduated from Washington's Eastern High School in 1959, and now my plan is to receive my bachelor's degree in chemistry and biology from North Carolina's A&T College and graduate in 1964.
Good for you. So now, let's talk about what we're here for. I understand that you have had a major impact on the sit-ins in these past few months.
Yes, about 3 months ago, 3 of my colleagues and I decided to sit in the reserved white lunch counter section, and we refused to leave Woolworth's store in Greensboro when we were asked by the staff members.
Well, then what did the staff members do?
They called the police, and when an officer showed up, he didn't know what to do, so he continued to pace back and forth behind our seats.
Did the police not try to arrest you?
Surprisingly, no.
That's odd.
Yes, I remember thinking to myself, we got him. He doesn't know what to do with us. We finally got him.
How long did the 4 of you plan to stay?
Although it seemed like forever, as we endured the racial slurs and the mental abuse, we planned and did stay until the store's closing time.
What happened in the next couple of days?
The second day, 20 more African American students from other colleges and a few white supporters joined us in the sit-in. And on the third day, more than 60 people showed up to support the movement.
And what was your initial reaction to the amount of people that came to support you?
I was overwhelmed by the vast amount of supporters that came to Woolworths to help in the movement. I'm glad some people know what is right for this country.
Your decision to sit in at Woolworth's lunch counter on that first day has inspired lots of others to follow in your footsteps. How does being such an influence on others make you feel?
It makes me feel like I am actually making a difference towards the movement and helping against African American segregation. I strive for one day that we will all have equal rights.
I believe that what you did was a good thing, and that you are right. This country needs to become stabilized and more balanced.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the support.
I'm also aware that there have been previous sit-ins before yours. How have they, or how did they, inspire you?
Well, when I first heard of the Dockham drugstore sit-ins, I thought that was a good way of fighting segregation with nonviolence. I talked to my friends and we decided we would take part in helping to end segregation by nonviolent protest.
Where did this sit-in take place?
It took place in Wichita, Kansas.
And when?
In July of 1958.
And didn't a little girl suggest the sit-in?
Yes, Claire Looper, a NAACP Youth Council leader's 8-year-old daughter, was the one who came up with the idea.
I wondered how such a little girl could think of something that in the end would have such an impact.
I'm not sure either, ma'am, but I sure do know what I'm glad she did, because if she didn't, I probably wouldn't be standing here talking to you today.
How very true that statement is. So, do you believe that the sit-ins will continue throughout the South?
I believe that they will continue to spread, and the more, the merrier. If these sit-ins keep occurring, eventually something will have to be done. Something in favor of what we're fighting for, hopefully.
I want you to know that I support you and whoever else in the future that decides to take a stand and lead these powerful movements. I have much respect for you.
The same goes to you, Miss Smith. There aren't too many white people these days that would ever think that, let alone say it. I appreciate the word you put in for me and the others.
That is no problem, Mr. McCain, and we seem to have run out of time. So that's all we have today for you folks. I hope that everything we have talked about today has improved your knowledge on these recent activities. Not just sit-ins, but the movement for African Americans' rights. Something that should be the same for all citizens of our good country. Something that no one should have to worry about on a daily basis. Mr. McCain and I wish that you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again next time on Smith's Show.
From the bus boycott in Montgomery, Alabama until February 1st, 1960, virtually nothing happened in the arena of civil rights. I mean, it was dead. absolutely dead. Even Martin Luther King said that. In 1960, things did change dramatically, and Greensboro is the origin of all of those events that occurred subsequent to February 1st, 1960. And I happened to be there. McNeil happened to be there, and so did Richmond and Bland.
It was very difficult. It was,
we are like the four musketeers. We're going to our destiny.
my anxiety was the unknown. But I tell you, the one thing that I was certain of is that we weren't coming back.